Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are doing great. So today we are going to start class 6 chapter number 2 of history, the earliest people, why were they on the move? So this chapter starts with the story of Tushar. He was traveling in train and staring outside the window and had a thought, how did people travel in earlier time? Then his uncle replied that trains and buses are recent inventions and there were nothing at the before time. Now this story is related to this chapter because we are going to discuss the life of earlier people. So the first topic that we are going to discuss is what is earliest people? What does that term mean? And why were they on the move? So the earliest people means who lived about as early as 2 million years ago. Now this information is based on the studies by archaeologists because we weren't born at that time. Now why were they on the move? So they were actually hunter-gatherers. They used to hunt wild animals, fish, etc. and gather fruits, roots, nuts, leaves, etc. And to hunt and gather their food, they have to move from one place to another. Now another reasons for the movement of hunter-gatherers could be, first, if they stayed at one place for a long time, then they had eaten up all the available resources at that place. So to search for new food, they moved to another place. Second reason, animals move from one to another. So in search of the animals, hunter also followed them. So the third point could be seasonable foods. For example, mango. In what season do we eat mangoes? Of course, in summer. So, in search of the seasonable foods, hunter-gatherers used to travel a lot. Fourth point is movement according to water. Because there were two types of lakes and rivers at that time, perennial and seasonal. Now, what is perennial? Perennial means the lakes and the rivers which has water all the time, 24/7 and 12 months in a year. For example, Ganga. Now what are seasonal lakes? Seasonal lakes means water only in rainy seasons. Now the next topic is, how do we know about these people? How are we so confident that we are studying it now? So, archaeologists found some remains of the bones, tools and stones, etc. And by the studies of the archaeologists, we are able to read it at the present time. Now, who is archaeologist? Archaeologists are those who analyzes remains and connect with history. They basically study history. Hunter-gatherers used to use stones, wood, bones, etc. to make tools and weapons for cutting meat and bone, chop fruits, scrape bark, etc. Now, for example, they used to use wood, bone, stones to make tools like knife because they need knife to cut or to chop their meat and their food. Now, you must have seen there a term scrape bark. What is that? That is a bark of a tree. In Hindi, that scrape bark that is called Arjuna tree. And people used to eat the bark. Now, the next topic is choosing a place to live in. In this, archaeologists found some places or sites where they found evidence of hunter-gatherers. You can see some red triangle area in your map of page number 12 of your history book. These are the places or the sites that the archaeologists found. Now, many sites were located near sources of water, such as rivers and lakes. You must have noticed that. Why? Because people needed water to survive. Now, the another thing is, people used to choose cave and rock as a shelter. Why? To survive from rain or to survive from the excessive amount of sunlight. At the present time, we have houses to have a shelter, but they didn't have a house at that time. Archaeologists also found some paintings which you can see on page number 13 in the box. So in this picture, as you can see, archaeologists found these types of paintings made by the earliest people. They didn't have a paintbrush or they didn't have the watercolors to paint, but they had a stone. Now there is another box given about Bhimbetka, which is in Madhya Pradesh. These caves are close to Narmada Valley, and now there is a question. Can you think of why people choose to live here? Which you guys will answer.